Okay, so hey guys, welcome to 4pixels. So I was informed that the last time we streamed, Moon and I stopped like maybe 10 minutes from the end of the game.
Well,
So this is going to, I can, when I put these to YouTube, I'll be able to squish them together, but we're gonna have an unnaturally short Twitch VOD.
well, technically we went like extra long so we could do the raid to Tori's stream, so that's fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we were like, oh no, we have to stop here right now.
Yeah. But so what we probably are going to be doing, we're going to finish this up, and then depending on how Kanetsu feels, we're either going to start a gothic visual novel called The House in Fata Morgana, or I honestly don't know what I'm going to do if she's not feeling well. I'll find something else in my Steam library. That monster wants to trick me. I know. Everybody is crazy around here. I have to find my kitty and leave.
Oh, Fran.
Oh, Fran.
You poor kid.
A tank with water. Good. If a Kamala comes around, I'll know what to do. Or if I'm thirsty. Why does the brain have two sides? The brain has many different parts. The spine. All humans have that in common. I can always start a conversation like, "Hello, we both have a spine. Isn't that awesome?" It would look so funny without skin.
I'm not sure if funny is the word I would use.
Oh, Fran. Uh-oh. Oh my.
Kitty, my darling, I'm here for you. Are you alright? Kitty, answer me. What's wrong with you?
Oh. Oh.
Why won't you talk to me, Mr. Midnight? Please don't do this to me. Talk to me, Mr. Midnight. This isn't funny.
That is literally what I do to my cat, though. Like, I do that purring noise when she's like extremely excited. It's very cute because she's like, "Oh my gosh, you're purring at me."
Aww.
It's this place, isn't it? You must get out of here so you can talk to me again.
Hmm.
I'll take you to Thirsta, my darling. Pelantris can help us. I promise you, nothing will tear us apart again.
Meow.
Oh, Kitty, I'll be right back. I must help Dr. Deern, alright? He seems to be in trouble.
Aw. Well, we found Mr. Midnight at least.
Somebody must be really fond of brains and heads. X-rays! This must be Dr. Deern's head. You're alright, Dr. Deern. No craziness. The old man again. Dr. Oswald.
Is there something on the table?
Dr. Deern, are you alright, sir? Sir, wake up! Please, Dr. Deern, wake up! Are you alive?
Are we seriously gonna like
Sir?
electrocute him?
I hope
Like-
not.
Ugh,
That's
what
what it
can I
looks
do
like.
to wake him up? A syringe. It has a red fluid inside. What can it be?
Is it gonna be like the pills?
Yeah.
I don't need this.
Oh boy, I'm scared. Coco, I'm real
not?
scared.
Oh, well.
Oh, hey, there's a picture though on the wall.
Achievement unlocked the
oh.
old story. Center of Brain Research and Pineal Gland Phenomena. Christine Fontaine, Clara Neil Bullhelmet, Gladys Hanna, Grace and Lucia Dagenhart, Dr. Leon Castillo, Dr. Oswald Harrison.
So, your mom and her sister were at this place. And it looks like the twins that probably Clara and Mia, weren't they the two that got sewn together?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh boy, I'm not liking this story.
I think these two might have been the ones we saw at the very beginning in the room.
Uh-huh.
Because where near where the clown horse was.
Yeah.
Because there were two in there, and
There were.
And if you used the pills while looking through there, they disappeared, and the name of the skeleton guy was written in blood on the walls.
Oh. Also, in the background there's what do you call it? The pentagram, and a thing. Also, what was the man's name that wrote the book? Was it Leon Castillo?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, all right.
So
all coming together, I guess.
Yeah. So from what I'm gathering, because both Mia and Clara were able to see. God, why am I forgetting his name? What's his?
Edward.
Yes, Edward. So maybe Leon told people at the asylum about that world, and they were trying to figure out a way to access it
by using children.
Yeah.
And probably they did some other experiments to both sisters. It seems to be indicative of twins. At least in that session. But does that mean Fran has a twin? Or is Fran alone? I don't think that would be like her part of the story, but like twins seem to be extremely recurrent.
Kimmy's right, twins always suffer.
They do, though! Humans are really weird about twins. They don't like them, I guess. Like, God.
Wait, can we go this way without... Nope, we can't.
Hey, what's the pipe there next to the X-ray? What's that? You can't click it. There's other buttons. Okay.
Huh, these buttons don't do anything.
What's the placard behind him then? Like the clipboard, I think?
Dr. Deern, are you alright, sir?
Well, that didn't seem to affect him at all.
Ouch, electric shock.
Oh, can we not use it anymore?
I think I'll just leave it there.
Are we gonna have to, like, inject him then, I guess? Or do we inject Mr. Midnight?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it's for him.
I was hoping that he'd start talking, honestly.
Maybe this will wake him up.
Ugh, that doesn't look good, Franny. Ah! Damn! What was that?
Don't worry, Dr. Deern. It's me, Fran.
What? I can't see very well.
Fran Bow, sir, from Oswald Asylum. We were at the cemetery, remember?
Fran, what happened? Why am I tied to a chair? What have you done?
Oh, I'm trying to help you, sir. The big monster brought you here. We must go.
Come on, Fran. Monsters? I don't feel like playing games.
Alright, it wasn't a monster at all. Just let me help you.
Uh-oh. Oh no. But what is she doing here? I thought you chained her. But I did! I told you she was a hard one to tame. Do you want me to get rid of her?
Get rid of me? Oh, Grace! Why are you talking like that? Who is this old man?
How lovely. You sound just like your mother when she was young.
My mother? Do you know her? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Oswald Harrison. I know everything about you, Fran.
Oswald? From Oswald Asylum?
Yes, Fran. The same old man.
But why do you know about my mother and my aunt?
Well, many years ago, I was studying the magnificent complexity of twin siblings. Lucia and Grace, or is that how you say that?
Lucia?
Alright.
I mean,
Lucia. Okay. I think I
I don't
wasn't
think
sure.
they're I don't
I
think
was
they're
like-
Hispanic, so I don't think it'd be the Hispanic.
Well, I just don't know how, like, my brain doesn't work so good with some names, so it's like, were part of my study. Both helped me to find the key to success. What do you mean, key? Sewing twins together? Is that the key?
The key? Did you know that my mother and father were murdered?
Yes, of course. Remmer did a great job. His power of manipulation is extraordinary. What I don't understand is how you can be so calm about it. It was you holding that knife, after all.
I'm not calm, sir. I knew it was Remmer all the time, but why does he hunt me?
Remmer is the manifestation of your weakness. A blinded and powerful manifestation of your fears.
But why would the monster kill my parents?
Because your parents were interfering with my work. But I actually did you a favor. You are suffering. And pain is connected to growth and strength, Fran. Oswald, please. Let's just do what we need to do.
Aunt Grace, please don't be mad at me. We're family. Let us go. My kitty and I can find a place to go without bothering you. Please just let us go.
Yes, you're right, Fran. I'm sorry for being so hard on you. Come on, let's go now. She's gonna fucking chuck Mr. Midnight.
Oh my god,
Where are you going with him?
Dr. Deern, are you alright, sir?
Oh, he went back to sleep, I guess. Go with your aunt, Fran. Isn't that what you want? Can we stab him?
Yes.
You know, that really does explain why we have that knife.
Oh.
Damn it. Oh.
Oh boy.
Scott says I'm loud. Am I too loud, guys? Oh god,
boy.
she's gonna yeet Mr. Midnight. Fran, my dear, listen to me. You must know, Dr. Oswald only wants what's the best for you. When Lucia was pregnant with you, he knew you'd be a very special girl. Blah, blah, blah. He told us to take good care of you, but your mother betrayed us. She wanted to hide you from us. She thought we wanted to kill you, but that's not true. Dr. Oswald really wants to give you the best. But for that, you must allow him to try a little experiment on you.
No.
No.
And then everything
Oh,
will be
Franny.
fine.
Of course, but there is still one thing we must take care of. Don't you fucking drop that cat, ma'am.
It's
I
gonna
will come through that
happen.
screen. Oh my god. This little traitor must go. No, don't eat Mr. Midnight! No! No!
No! No, kitty!
Oh, Pelantros, please catch him. Come on, Fran. Stop weeping. The cat is dead now.
But he was my friend! You killed my best friend! You also helped to kill my parents, didn't you? Didn't you? How can you live with yourself? I hate you! Ah! I hate you!
Ooh! Yes, do it, Fran. Stop it, Fran. Help! Help! Please help! Yeah, the old man in the wheelchair really gonna help. Oh, Remmer, right. That's probably... Yeah, oh, never mind. It's him. Don't you dare touch Grace, you little monster! Did he just fucking shoot Fran?
Oh.
Oh my god, Franny, no! Oh my goodness, she's totally insane. Bring her to me. I'll do the experiment while she's still warm. I need to extract the brain right away. Oh boy, I am not about this life. Oh my god. Fran, are you alright? What have you done with her? She tried to kill me. You were right about Fran, Dr. Deer, and she was sick. But she's bleeding. Let me take care of her. No, you won't. She's mine now. I've been waiting for this moment for many years now. Looking for the right child, the right brain. Now that I have her, nothing can stop me. Boy. Ah! Atward, kick his ass!
Kill them all!
Yes!
Ha
Needed! Oh, Fran, everything will be fine. Who are you? I'm Itward, the one many children talk about. But you're not human. Exobro, exoprote, halontres, monakaist. Yeah! Korska, Itward, I found him. My goodness. Stay away from the girl. Leave her alone. Kitty!
Yes!
Yes!
Oh my god!
Mr. Midnight, I'm gonna cry. Little Fran must be cured. Do you think you can use the same body? Yes, she's not completely gone yet. Here I go.
Oh god.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. Oh, Mother Mabuka, you took the innocence of the child. Fran is now dead and alive. Wake up in darkness, Fran, and you'll be able to walk towards light. I'm crying. I'm really upset. Like,
no, I'm with you there.
I'm weepy. This is hurting me deeply. Mr. Midnight's so cute. I'm glad Pelantris is okay.
Yeah.
What happened? Itward? Pelantris? My head hurts. Mr. Midnight? How? You're alive, my kitty!
It's still Fran.
I missed you so much. Please tell me something.
Fran, we must go now.
Go? Alright. Dr. Deern, look! This is Itward and Pelantris. I told you about them, remember? I told you they were real. See? Can you believe me now?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh dear! I did not expect that. I thought he was just gonna have like a mental breakdown, but okay. He can't hear you now. I think he's under the power of Mabuka now. We really must leave now. Well, it's time to get on Pelantris.
But can he come with us? Please. He has been really nice to me. He really wanted to protect me and help me.
We can't bring him with us. I'm sorry. But what we can do is make him believe that all of this was a dream. He will wake up and think none of this really happened. But he won't remember you, Fran.
I see. Well, that's okay, I guess. As long as he's safe.
That is very kind. You're finally seeing beyond your own desires.
Shades, I think that's the least of the confusing things in this.
Where did the blood go? Listen. You are becoming one with everything. Your parents would be very proud of you.
You really think so? Oh, thank you, Pelantris.
Oh. Now let's send Dr. Deern home. Marcel Deern Onum Vekma Sudensla Ecto.
Goodbye, Dr. Deern.
Let's go now, Fran. There's so much you must see and learn.
That sounds like fun. Let's go, Kitty.
Still worried about Mr. Midnight because he hasn't said a word.
Same.
I still don't know many things. But one thing I do know. That between guilt and fear, I choose happiness.
Yeah, Falcor! That's all I could think with full undress, honestly. The end.
And that is the end of Franbo. Oh boy.
Yeah!
What
I
are
like
your,
it.
What are your
I
thoughts,
like it.
Colleen?
I like it a lot, but it's really upsetting. Like,
Yeah.
it does achieve that kind of niche child horror, but not taking it too far into like stuff that like an adult wouldn't really care for, kind of thing. But like still probably safe to say you would not actually show it to a child. Oh my god, that is the funniest thing. English proofreading, amazing, love it. Bless you guys. Oh, it's a localization. I didn't realize that it wasn't. Okay, so. Oh no, wait, no, it was English and it was German translated and Russian translated Spanish. I was like, wait, it was German originally?
Yeah, I
Oh, it's confusing, but yeah, it's good aesthetically, and I liked it a lot. And the clown horse is still the most upsetting thing we saw. Everything else was like emotionally not as jarring as the clown horse.
not even when we first met Edward and he was in the bushes.
Edward was more creepy, like in a there's like a stalker kind of creepy than a like, oh god, I'm going to physically scream. Oh god. What do you think, Coco?
I loved it. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, now that I've finished it, I would like to go back to see what I can pick up on, since there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, and especially since, like, there's probably so many hints in the very first part of the game, because it takes place in the asylum part, that it's like, oh crap, I can pick this up from the very beginning where it starts.
Yeah.
Like, especially with the twin stuff. Like, the twin stuff, I think, is probably my favorite part of the subplots. Like, just how creepy it is. Like, everything that Dr. Oswald was trying to do, but you don't really know what he was after with those.
I think, yeah, for me it's kind of, the twin plot is kind of confusing, because I don't know how it really ties in. Like, I'm guessing that the twins were probably, like, the first children they found that had some access to the other world.
Okay.
But I don't know.
That's probably it. Like,
I guess maybe even before that, like Lucia and Grace, maybe they had access to the other worlds too.
It would make sense, because, I mean, which one's the aunt? Is it Grace? Aunt Grace?
Yes.
Yeah, well, because Aunt Grace is sensitive, definitely, by the end of that. Obviously, she chucks Mr. Midnight off the side, so it's like, well, okay. So either they were... Okay, so... I mean, Dr. Oswald and the guy who made the book seem to be of a similar age. So one shares his findings, and the other gets the idea that, we need to try and make better access to this world. But we don't really... Do we know what happened to the guy who made the book? Did he die? Because Dr. Oswald strikes me as a man who would probably kill somebody over findings. And, like, if he thinks he's going to get any sort of leverage toward getting somewhere, he'd probably sooner shoot the guy than have him continue to be around.
Let me see. Oh no, it's just gonna take us back to this point. I was hoping we could check our inventory, but...
Oh, yeah.
So we could look at that journal.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember if it said...
The journal was a really interesting item to get in the game. Like, that was very in-depth, and it had a lot of really good lore. Oh, I just noticed there's a... On that key, that's what's-his-face's skull, Remmer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't notice.
Yeah, Remmer and Itward were pictured a lot of places in that game. Like, from the very beginning, there's Mr. Skullman with top hat.
I still don't really know what Remmer's plan was in all this, like, because it seemed that he was going alongside with Oswald.
I think because it was a means to an end, because he's that kind of demon, that he was just like, okay, I'll participate. Why not? Like, literally, that's what he's for. It's just like Mabuka is the one who hurts people and gains from everyone's pain by virtue of her existence. Like, she was willing to help Fran, but because there was also a flip side to Fran's experience where she was gaining from her grief and misery. Like,
alright, yeah, that makes sense.
I was disappointed at first about the thought that Fran did kill her parents, because that was what I was hoping wasn't going to be the twist experience, but the twist experience of that being like Fran was the tool in that situation versus the instigator was fine, I felt like, because it wasn't like, oh, it's just Fran went crazy and killed her parents. It's no, exterior source turned Fran into basically their own hands and killed the parents.
Yeah. Like,
also, Fran's presence in the game is really interesting and confusing, because they're like, oh, she's kind of not, I don't want to say messiah figure, but she's a very powerful being elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it was interesting that she was corruptible in some fashion.
Yeah.
Like, that she could be influenced like that. It's all very confusing and interesting. And a secondary playthrough probably would yield a lot more, like, lore clues and stuff like that.
Yeah. But I'm also glad that it didn't have, like, a completely grim ending.
Oh, yeah.
Because I love my dark and angsty stuff, but it also needs to be balanced in some way.
Yeah, like, I did like the duality of Fran going from this very blood-soaked sort of atmosphere gradually into, well, from the spooky twins' house to a Thirsta, and then back again. It gave nice contrasts incrementally, because, I mean, we did really dark crap, including eviscerate a pig bug, like, and, you know, well full of dead babies. Yeah,
I think for me the creepiest part was definitely the twins' house, and
the twins' house was very, very, like,
raw.
Well, yeah, and also, I mean, the multiple versions of Fran were very different. I'm still not entirely convinced that it wasn't a different Fran that didn't kill the parents, kind of thing, like a weaker version of Fran or something like that.
Oh.
Because there were just so many points where you see Fran in some, you know, from some other version of events that was stuck or dead or eviscerated or turned into a weird pile of wires. I'm still not really sure what that was about. Like, that was very different. Everything was, you know, for the benefit of freaking Fran the hell out, but it was also like, well, who's the real Fran?
Yeah.
And if Fran was able to, like, in that memory sequence, it was kind of weird. It made me feel more like an alter Fran came in, was being used by Remmer, than the protagonist Fran.
Well,
like,
Yeah, I think that's a very solid hypothesis. Because I mean, they've stated multiple times throughout that time is something. All instances of time are simultaneously occurring. They're just on different layers, so to speak.
Yeah. So it gives more like, well, it could have not been her kind of evidence. It's a very complex game for being a point and click adventure with a cat. Also, what was with that Queen Fran? That Queen Fran was really weird.
Yeah.
Like, what was that about?
Maybe that was just like an instant. That happened in Ethersta, right?
Yeah, like you go.
Maybe that was like an instant in which she assassinated the real king and took over.
I mean, it's possible, but like also it kind of looked like she was grown up, definitely. But it made me wonder, like, if she had like usurped like Remmer and maybe Mabuka, like she was like slowly taking over every place in the altar worlds, and it was like, oh my god, because that was when she was also addressing Mr. Midnight as a traitor. Like the whole traitor thing when they were talking about Mr. Midnight was so weird. Like, what the hell was Aunt Grace talking about him being a traitor? What the heck is that about? Was she able to talk to him?
Like, if I had to guess, I would say it's just how much of sort of Fran's attention he took, because so much of Fran's motivation throughout the game is to just get to Mr. Midnight and be with him.
Yeah.
But then I don't understand why Fran would consider him a traitor.
That's the thing. It's like, what was the circumstances? Like, there was that scene where Aunt Grace was saying, well, you have to blame someone for the death, so it might as well be him. And it's like, but that's implying that, one, Mr. Midnight didn't do anything, and two, it doesn't make any sense to call him a traitor in the event of him having been like the murderer. You would just call him a murderer rather than a traitor. Like, what does that even mean? Like, is this supposed to be like an alternate sort of dialect, like in that you have like in children's media, like Alice in Wonderland, or like 'Twas a Brillig and the Slithy Toves? Or are you talking like there was more to Mr. Midnight's presence than just he was Fran's cat? Like, was he some part of early proceedings or something? Like, what does this mean?
I'm looking this up, actually. Let's see.
Oh my god. I'm really curious. They're probably gonna give you like a really like nebulous answer.
Yeah. Alright, why Aunt Grace refer to Mr. Midnight as a traitor? What? Let's see. Yeah, these are stupid answers.
Draw your own conclusions. It's that kind of fantasy where it gives you just enough information to make you question but not draw like anything concrete. Because you could also just be a grimdark weenie person, like, who makes Rugrats edgy theories that are like, they're all just made up. Angelica is a little crazy kid, and all the babies are dead, like that. Or Fran's dead, everything's terrible, Mr. Midnight was actually dead in that coffin. Like, I mean, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it could. At the end of the day, we also have to remember Fran's not the most reliable.
She's not the reliable narrator you want.
Yeah, so we
But
really
also,
do have to question every instance and every little thing.
Like, I mean, she's simultaneously the narrator because, you're experiencing a lot of the narrative through her eyes, but you also have to take, like, how the story is presented in the point-and-click adventure style, as you're also seeing exterior to Fran. So you have to also take some things at face value of, Fran is in the altar world. It's not like Fran is bunkers, and we're just following a little kid wandering around a town, and we're, like, in the backwoods. Mm-hmm. Like, also, I'm still really confused why there was, like, a newspaper clipping about Fran being dead in the woods. What
I
reality are we in, Coco?
Yeah, I
I'm
was
so
gonna say, yeah,
confused.
I think she didn't really return to her own after she was in whatchamacallit, Thersta.
Thirsta. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would make the most sense. Because there's just so much going on in this game. Oh my god.
We could
Alright,
probably have,
so
yeah, a very long discussion about this, and who knows, maybe we will
yeah,
one day. It might be fun to do that once
we
we've
could do
rewatched
like
things and all that. But for
yeah.
now,
You got
that's
to get
the end
Konetsu.
of. Unfortunately, Kanetsu hasn't recovered, so we won't
Aw.
be starting the House in Fata Morgana. Right now, I don't know what I should play.
Oh, Fran's eyes move. I didn't even
Yeah,
know that about the
yeah, it
menu
follows
screen.
the
Oh,
cursor.
that's funny. That's cute.
But thank you
Hey,
guys
do you
for
remember that
joining us
time we
on.
killed a bug man?
Yeah, and we then got a rat out of it, and we brushed its hair.
Yeah, that's right. But then also we killed. Wait, we killed a lot of bugs. We killed that guy with the shoes too. I just remembered it because the bug brooch that's on the screen. I was like, "Hey, yeah, we killed a man." Like,
We killed several.
yes. All right. Sorry about that, Coco.
No, it's okay. But yeah, that's the end of Fran Bow. So thank you so much, Moon, for joining me on this.
No problem.
And
That was fun.
yeah, thank you guys all for watching. Right now, I'll go ahead and switch over to a waiting screen while I figure out what I'm gonna do now.
Yeah. And I will be in the chat because I'm just gonna watch.
Alrighty.
Bye bye.
Bye.